Corporate Social Responsibility Part 5. Now we are discussing on eligible CSR activities under Schedule 7. This is one of the most important topics because companies frequently seek guidance on whether this particular expenditure qualifies as a CSR. So which provision specifies the activities that qualify as a CSR? The eligible CSR activities are specified under Schedule 7 of Companies Act 2013. Section 135 that requires that CSR expenditure should be incurred only on the activities included in Schedule 7 or activities that are interpreted in line with the broad objectives of the Schedule 7. Can a company spend CSR funds on any social welfare activity? No. CSR expenditure must be incurred only on the activities falling within the scope of Schedule 7 and the company's Corporate Social Responsibility Policy Rules 2014. So the activity should create a public benefit and should not merely benefit the company or its employees. Should Schedule 7 interpreted strictly? So answer is no, because the MCA has clarified through General Circular number 21 of 2014 that the Schedule 7 should be interpreted liberally so that the companies can undertake innovative projects that achieve the objects mentioned in the Schedule 7. So the emphasis is on the substance and objective of the activity rather than a narrow interpretation. What are the major categories of the activities covered under Schedule 7? So Schedule 7 presently covers a wide range of activities which include eradicating hunger, poverty, malnutrition, promoting healthcare including preventive healthcare, promoting education including special education, promoting gender equality and women empowerment, environmental ecological balance, protection of national heritage, art and culture, measures for the benefit of armed forces, veterans, war widows and their dependents, training to promote rural sports, nationally recognized sports, Paralympic sports and Olympic sports, contribution to specified government funds, rural development projects, disaster management, slum area development, rehabilitation and reconstruction, research and development in science, technology, engineering, medicine, subject to the prescribed conditions. Can CSR funds be used for eradication of hunger and poverty? Answer is yes. Projects such as food distribution programs or community kitchens or nutrition programs, midday meal support, distribution of essential commodities to economically weaker sections. So these are all qualified as a CSR if undertaken in accordance with Schedule 7. Does healthcare qualify as a CSR? Answer is yes. Eligible activities include establishing hospitals, medical camps, preventive healthcare programs, vaccination drives, blood donation camps, mobile medical units, maternal and child health care, mental health awareness programs. Does education qualify as a CSR? Answer is yes. Construction of classrooms, scholarships, digital education initiatives, libraries, vocational training, skill development programs, education for children, differently abled persons. So these are all activities, even adult literacy programs covered under CSR. Can CSR fund be used for skill development? Yes. Skill development programs that enhance the employability and livelihood opportunities are covered under Schedule 7. In that examples we can give like a vocational training centers are there, and digital literacy programs are there, entrepreneurship development is there, or employment oriented trainings are all covered under CSR. Does women empowerment qualify? Yes. Women skill development, self-help groups and financial literacy programs, women entrepreneur initiatives, hostels for women, programs promoting gender equality, or environmental protection activities covered? Yes. Tree plantation, water conservation, rainwater harvesting, renewable energy projects, pollution control initiatives, biodiversity conservation, and river rejuvenation. So these are all covered under Schedule 7 CSR. Can companies spend CSR funds on animal welfare? Yes, where the activity falls within the broader objective of environmental sustainability, ecological balance, or biodiversity conservation under Schedule 7. Yes, for example, like wildlife conservation we can take, or protection of endangered species. So habitat restoration. Can CSR fund be used for protection of heritage and culture? Yes. Example like restoration of monuments, preservation of historical buildings, promotion of traditional arts and culture, crafts, protection of museums, promotion of Indian culture. Can CSR fund support sports? Yes. Eligible activities which includes promotion of rural sports, Olympic sports or Paralympic sports, nationally recognized sports, sports infrastructure for community development. These are all covered under CSR. Can a company contribute to government funds? Yes, but only to the specific funds notified under Schedule 7. Example, it includes Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, PMNRF. Other funds specifically notified under Schedule 7 and PM Cares Fund. So these covered under CSR. Contribution to funds not covered under Schedule 7 will not qualify as a CSR. Can disaster relief qualify as a CSR? Yes. Relief during floods or cyclone reliefs, earthquakes rehabilitation, pandemic relief, rehabilitation and reconstruction after disasters cover under CSR. Can CSR fund be used for research, scientific research? Yes. Research in science, technology, engineering, medicine may qualify subject to conditions prescribed in Schedule 7 and CSR rules. Can companies undertake rural development projects? Yes. Rural roads, drinking water facilities, community sanitization or village infrastructure, rural rectification support. Can slum development projects qualify? Yes. Projects for improving living conditions, sanitation, healthcare and education in slum area covered under Schedule 7. Can a company undertake more than one CSR activity? Yes. A company may undertake multiple CSR projects across different categories of Schedule 7, provided they are approved by the board and comply with the CSR policy and annual action plan. Can CSR activities be undertaken anywhere in India? Yes. CSR activities may generally be undertaken anywhere in India. Companies often prioritize areas around their operational locations. Preference will be given. But there is no statutory requirement limiting CSR to the only local area. Preference will be given. Can CSR activities undertaken through implementing agencies? Yes. Directly by the company or through the eligible implementing agencies registered with the CSR rules under the CSR rules. So the company remains responsible for monitoring and implementation. What documents should support CSR activities? Board approvals, CSR policy, annual action plan, agreement with implementing agencies, invoices, bills, utilization certificate, and project reports, progress reports, photographs, completion reports. So impact assessment reports wherever applicable. So what are the common mistakes made by the companies? Generally we observe like treating general donations as a CSR or funding activities outside the Schedule 7, ignoring board approvals, poor documentation, failure to monitor projects, or confusing business promotion with CSR. So that is wrong. Not obtaining reports from implementing agencies. So these are the mistakes generally we observe. What is the most important principle while selecting a project? The most important is the activity should fall within the broad scope of Schedule 7. That is important. And it should be benefit to the society at large. Approved by the board, be undertaken in accordance with the CSR policy and the annual action plan. Comply with Section 135 and CSR rules. So the focus should always be on creating measurable and sustainable social impact rather than merely spending the required CSR amount. So the Schedule 7 is the foundation for determining eligible CSR activities. MCA has clarified that Schedule 7 should be interpreted liberally, provided the activity advances its stated objects. CSR projects should be aligned with the company's CSR policy. Proper documentation, monitoring and board oversight both are essential. And companies should choose projects that create a long-term community benefit and comply with the section 135. This is what about part 5. Then we'll meet in part 6 where we will cover the activities that do not qualify as a CSR. So complete analysis of Rule 2, Sub-Rule 1, Class D of and MCA clarifications. And we also discuss on employee benefit exclusions, political contributions, sponsorships, statutory obligations, exceptions and practical case studies. So this is another crucial topic because many CSR compliance issues arise from spending on activities that are specifically outside the scope of CSR. So that is very important. Next video, part 6. We have 2 channels, RR Corporates, other channel RR Legal Talks. Please do subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you will not miss my latest videos.